Dryer vent needs cleanup due to an issue caused clothes took longer to dry and leaking water in the dryer duct. And first of all, I got those cleaning kit about 30 feet length. And let's see how that works. And first, try to disconnect the electrical outlet. And if you're using gas, and turn off the gas valve. And then gently remove the dryer away from the wall and try to get enough space so the whole body can get into it. And then once you get in and try to clean up all the mess in the back, and disconnect both end of the flexible duct, and this gonna going to be a fun project. And make sure you have a mask ready. That's get so yucky. The little space to work with. And I try not to remove the gas pipe because you don't want to touch that. And another thing is good is try to test the leak. Just put a wetted paper towel, put some detergent, and put around the both end of the connection and make sure there's no bubble. Just check that. And then once you remove the flexible duct, and make sure vacuum thoroughly on that, make sure nothing in it. And so clean the surface in the back. And even though I didn't tape the whole process, but I did in the end remove everything in the back dryer. There's lots of things need to be cleaned out, and that's also tedious. It's also difficult to remove the back, and you need to open the top cover from the front. And now we're ready to using the extension, the cleaning kit. Start with 2, and then make sure you are using electrical tape to tape it between the extension. The idea behind this is when you try to using the jaw to clockwise turning, and sometimes make sure don't accidentally do the backwards. That if you lose in the middle of the duct, that's no good. And with my the van, I have a 90-degree elbow goes to the basement, and then from basement to the outside wall, the total length is about 25 feet. So what happened is supposedly that extension cable is flexible, should be go through the 90-degree angle, but unfortunately it can't. And what happened is it's very dusty. Even though you can do this, if you do from in the indoor, it's very dusty. It's not good not a good idea doing from inside. So you do what you can in the surface. I'm just I didn't even using drawer to clean this back and forth. So I did use some vacuum to the dust come out so bad. So in the beginning it will be slow, and okay. Now after cleaning up inside, and I'm gonna it is, as you can see, it's very cold during the January, and it's around negative Fahrenheit, probably like 2 Fahrenheit degree. Okay. So make sure take those flapper. This is called what happens is when you're using the dryer, it start lift it's very light weighted, and when not using it, we close it. But if you look at the surface, in the outside area, it's not bad, but it's inside that's what the holding up. So when I connect to the 1, 2, 3 connection, so I just use hand to do this. Try to clean out some of the surface, try to familiar with it. And eventually you have to hook up the draw bit and hook up to the power draw to make sure counterclockwise. Never ever touch the make sure clockwise. Never ever to use the counterclockwise, and otherwise you will lose the connection. Okay, and this process take a long time. You just gradually one by one, and once it goes to the middle, it's solid. So so and at one point I using a snake head to lose the connection, and then try that. So the total distance I measured it's about 21 feet. You know, so that's the distance. It just looks easy on the video, and if you're doing it yourself, uh, it's uh, it's hard work. Let me put this way. But after clean up, I think it's worth it. And also after you clean up all and you start hook up everything and start using the dryer, make sure go back on outside to make sure there's nothing come up. See that's what happened to me is after I start dry, I didn't forgot to check, and there's back it's clogged again. So now the dryer is again take a long time. So that's what happened to me, and I end up I did open in the back dryer to clean up everything. It's I think it's worth it. It's because you do not open those back in the dryer to clean up often, right? So if you want to do a complete job. And make sure using one hand to holding that, because sometimes it yeah, this is the draw bit. You screw in and put a draw, and then make sure go back forward back, and when you think stuck, do not force it. And I do not want to break anything. And if you live in the middle, that's how you have to you know take a lot of effort to recover this. So you just go back and forth, back and forth. And also a lot of fire hazard. So I'm happy after that clean this. And I think that this is best season to doing during spring and also summer. And one thing I forgot is should cover I have two compressor nearby, so it's a lot of dust. So I need to make sure clean in the spring, springtime, because a lot of uh, I guess you cannot see my drawer, but I did using my drawer to go back and forth, back and forth. And when you move out, that's where the things come out. Yeah. Also one thing is I haven't done that. Make sure you put a large plastic bag around this at the bottom, so the thing will fall off. So you don't have to use. At this point, at one point, it cannot get to the the regular one I have to. Okay, yeah, this a lot. You see on the floor. So make sure put the plastic bag in it. And I measure total the length is about 21 feet. And this is the second time after clean up. There's something expect to. You need to double check after dry fill loads. You double check. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and click like. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you are helpful. Hope this is helpful. And make sure when you turn the